What is up, everybody? Reverse here today. So there has been more saltiness, more butthurt, more just people being mad that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. And this post right here is just the epitome of all this salt just rolled up into one. So apparently this guy says, I'm not knocking a hustle, but Microsoft buying Blizzard slash Activision is just further confirmation as to why I prefer Sony and PlayStation. Sony actually innovates and creates new ideas. Microsoft just tries to buy their way to the top, just no passion or identity. Now when I read this statement, one scene from a movie comes to mind, and that's this one right here.
You serious?
That's what honestly comes to mind, because this has got really serious with this nonsense. Sony just innovates, really now. Create completely new ideas, really now. Because I'm pretty sure they made a lot of plans to keep certain games off Xbox. Final Fantasy comes to mind, Spider-Man comes to mind, Wolverine comes to mind. So many games, they made so many third-party deals to keep their content off Xbox, especially the Call of Duty franchise. They used to constantly keep Call of Duty content off Xbox to have time exclusivity deals. Was like a year-long time exclusivity deals. And we know Call of Duty is a yearly franchise, so when the new DLC that was time exclusive for PlayStation come out, people will be onto the new Call of Duty game by then. So is this guy really serious? Sony just innovates. Sony creates a lot of people's stuff. They copy a lot of people's stuff. It's just fascinating. Now, we just get these thought processes, these mental gymnastics these guys just come up with. No passion or identity. It's like Sony got their position by buying their way to the top. So I know I like how these people are just acting brand new about this stuff right now. It's like it's a problem Microsoft did, but when Sony does it, it's no problem whatsoever. Now this guy had like 1,300 likes. Whoever liked this guy's post, they are just clowns. 1,300 people like this nonsense, ridiculous comment right here. Well, let's see what people have to say about this. To the contrary, is their new system of leaving devs alone to be as creative as they desire, compared to Sony being more overbearing that makes this argument debatable. They are buying entire publishers and making their games exclusive. There's nothing to debate here. You're basically repeating the same nonsense MBG uttered this morning, or when it was Sony by Square Enix, you'll be chanting a different tune. Yeah, they've been saying Square Enix was actually trending yesterday because these Sony fanboys been wanting Sony to buy Square Enix. They've been telling Sony to buy Square Enix to combat Microsoft, but when Microsoft does it, it's a terrible, terrible thing. But when Sony buys a studio or a publisher, it's just completely fine. Sony buying Square will be just as bad. This is my problem with Microsoft. I have no problem with them competing in this space, but I want them to be creative and innovative. The last things they did that really made a mark were Xbox Live and Achievements. Connect was cool, but they didn't support it with AAA software. So that's why they also purchase studios and lock IPs that are not even there to their platform. Rented IPs like Spider-Man and Wolverine? Okay then, yeah. You could definitely say that. It's like they legit locked out whole superheroes to their platform only, but we want to complain about Microsoft now and say they're not innovative or they're just buying up everything. Let me know when instead of grabbing third-party time exclusives, they start giving us sequels or remakes to their own IPs that have been left in the dust in the past gens. Insomniac says what? Sony definitely bought Insomniac. Yeah, like you just forgot about that apparently. Sony builds, Microsoft just buys. Sony only innovation is to copy. Sony just bought 45 studios. Game Pass not sustainable yet. They're doing the same. Yeah, with the PlayStation Spark, it's pretty much like they're just copying Game Pass pretty much. No one plays old games. Now they're doing the same. Last time Sony innovated, it was when was with the Sony Walkman. Microsoft was flexing the money in between the couch cushions. Hurt your feelings, huh? They even got the clip of the kid saying "I'm fine," but he's crying on the inside and starts breaking down in tears. Oh man, they are not holding back in the comment section. Sony shows passion in top games: God of War, Uncharted 1, Dreams, and Astrobots. Microsoft has top games that takes $500 million to build and still looks like us. Magically, everyone loves Activision, and think Microsoft will magically turn it around. They are so butthurt. Jeez, the amount of butthurt in this thread right now. This deal has created so much saltiness. It's just insane. Didn't Sony hold the crown for acquisitions in 2021? Yep, Phil Spencer is the sole reason I don't buy Microsoft products anymore. Jeez. It started when Microsoft was created. Bill Gates buying DOS and made it Microsoft DOS and still doing that stuff to this day, buying established IPs. You're not alone. I love my PS4, but I heard due to supply chain issues, the PS5 has been delayed. Okay. Sony literally spent as much as they could on time exclusive deals to kill Xbox off at the start of the generation. Yeah, we kept hearing so many time exclusive deals by Sony. Like everything they kept announcing on third party was timed exclusive, but now it's a problem now. Like it just doesn't make any sense. When Microsoft does it, it's a problem now. It just doesn't make any sense. Stop capping for them. They're a corporation trying to make money just like Microsoft. And when Sony buys Square Enix, you'll be singing a different tune. Yeah, they always do. Definitely full of a lot of salt right now with these guys. I think console gaming is dead. PC is looking like the future. Microsoft seems like they're trying to kill console. So now Microsoft is killing the console industry now. What are these people talking about? Wow. Sony does it. It's a normal day as usual. Sony buys studios, it's a normal day as usual. A lot of content of other consoles is completely fine, but when Microsoft does it, they're killing the gaming industry. They are completely killing console gaming. The industry is about to fall apart because of Microsoft now. That is just fascinating. Innovation with Sony, they have been doing the same thing for over 2 decades. Exclusive is their only strong point. Microsoft actually innovates, or are you gonna deny that Game Pass changed the industry? Is that why they can't Days Gone 2 despite the game's success? Yeah. They didn't care about the innovation then. They were really caring about the innovation with Days Gone 2. They gave that company the boot. Dude, tell me about the amazing innovations that Sony has brought to the industry. Xbox set the standard for console shooters, popularized the cover-based TPS, third-person shooter, literally spearheaded online console gaming, Halo 2 invented party systems in games. That's just off the top of my head. Also, the adaptive controller. It makes a good point with the adaptive controller too, because that definitely was actually innovative in gaming, because they actually got people who were disabled to be able to play video games. So, but Xbox is not innovative. Get out of here with that nonsense. Sony literally bought almost all the studios. They definitely did, but apparently they want to sweep that under the rug. People think people got amnesia about how Sony got to the power they are today, got to the point they are today. People want Microsoft to compete, but now some people don't like how they're competing. This doesn't mean much if you're going to game on everything. For me, it means instead of dropping $70 for Call of Duty, I'll just Game Pass it. So I'll save a few bucks. Yeah. The great perks of being on Xbox, being an Xbox gamer, you get to play these games on a Game Pass now. Instead of paying $70 like how they was charging before, you just play these games on Game Pass. Which I definitely don't have a problem with. Let's see. The nasty Xbox, man, took my games away, and now I don't know what to do. So now they got to go to therapy now because of this acquisition. Okay. Don't support Activision plus Blizzard on Xbox. Okay. Lie down, try not to cry, cry a lot. What's the last one? This dude, the Sony guy's gonna put up his own tears at this point. Just really, just hilarious. This is just hilarious. They have to. They don't have the money. Otherwise, if Sony had Microsoft money, I guarantee you they will be owning Squaresoft and Capcom. Definitely, absolutely, they definitely be doing that. But they just don't have that money to do so. Not knocking the hustle, but proceeds to knock the hustle. That's quite literally what has happened. So I'm not gonna complain about what they're doing to make their money, but I'm gonna complain about what they're doing to make their money. That's absolutely what he just did right there. Create and innovate. They're all third-person movies. Innovation, yeah. There's even at one point people were saying a lot of Sony main characters look exactly the same because they have the same pretty much template of some guy doing some type of escort mission with some younger person or some helpless person and a third-person shooter with a big cinematic cutscenes. All their games start to look the same, have the same template for a while, pretty much. Just different settings or different settings pretty much, with the same template. Let's see. I completely agree with this, but at this point I see PlayStation buying up the publisher or two, either way with their own cash or partnering with other major companies or publishers' acquisitions. It's hard to see them not retaliating. Great take. Sarcasm. Sony AAA Studios, Xbox AA batteries. Okay. People who are making fun of Microsoft, who is laughing now? Say all you want. At the end of the day, you end up giving Microsoft your money. Okay. So the guy says he already plays on Xbox. So if you already have an Xbox, why are you complaining about this? I don't get why people who own multiple consoles complain about these different deals going on right now. Like, if you already own both consoles, you're good to go. So why do you care? PlayStation PC gamers not complaining. Yeah, ultimately, if you have a PC, you actually benefit from a lot of these. You actually benefit from the most from these deals because you get the best of both worlds of PlayStation and Microsoft putting their games on PC. So I just don't get why people who got multiple consoles really complain about these deals like this. Like, why does it bother you? You already have both anyway. I was like, you want these businesses to compete. At the end of the day, you want them to compete for your dollar. At the end of the day, that's what you want these corporations to do. Like, because if they don't, they're gonna be complacent. They're gonna charge you $70 for video games because there's no competition. But we got big power moves like this going on. They have to compete and be very innovative. So I don't see a problem with these companies making exclusives. It's like they've been doing it since the video game industry started, but now it's a problem now. It just doesn't make any sense how it's a problem now. And this has been the standard since the industry started to buy these exclusives to one platform to make you buy that platform. Such a bad take. They literally just saved Activision's butt, and Xbox literally has more games in development than Sony has studios. Games take time. They're not going to be all in out 1 year. We have plenty of stuff coming down the wire. And also, since he mentioned Activision as well, since Xbox taking over Activision, they can completely change the atmosphere in Activision right now. Because you know all those different allegations, those different misconduct allegations they have in Activision. Phil Spencer can completely change that around, which I don't understand how that's a bad thing now. When they just complain about this is the most terrible company, Activision is the most terrible company, and they can completely change it around. Phil Spencer's the head of it now. It's like they're gonna get all that toxicity, all that harassment out of there now. So I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's only a bad thing for Sony fanboys who wanted because their bragging rights are taken away. But this is pretty much a good thing overall for gaming. I just say it's a good thing overall. Dumbest S ever said on Twitter, Microsoft innovates the whole industry pretty much. A band-aid won't fix this guy's hurt. Can't make this up. Learn some gaming history. Yeah, these people are acting brand new about these acquisitions, these studio acquisitions. They act like they just have. I don't know. They just started gaming like last generation or something. I don't know where these guys been at. They must have been under a rock or something. Respectfully disagree. I see this as a man who doesn't own an Xbox. But if anything, Sony are the ones that are most stagnant in terms of innovation. Yeah, most of their games are big third-person action-adventure games with cinematic cutscenes. That's what most of their big games are. People go goo gaga over these big third-party action-adventure games. It's like there's not too much innovation on Sony's side, to be honest. But okay. But yeah, I'm included right here. You can read the rest of your own. But yeah, these guys with these crazy takes about this merger is just ridiculous. They have no idea about how Sony got to the point that they are today. How they got to that point. It just clearly shows they have no gaming history whatsoever. They don't know anything about gaming history whatsoever. So I'm going to conclude it right here. Definitely see your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.